I'm Lani, and I'm a current senior at Westfield High School in Western Massachusetts. I originally participated in the fellowship in 2024, and I returned as a peer ambassador in 2025. I greatly enjoyed both years that I participated in the fellowship, and it was amazing to come back like full circle to support the new students. And in terms of the fields and STEM I'm interested in, I really enjoy chemistry and biology. So I remember everyone being super welcoming, and I remember going into it not really knowing what the community was going to be like, but I remember it being so much more welcoming than I expected, and everyone was just so supportive. And when we were all talking about like what passion projects we wanted to start, everyone was so supportive and everyone was giving each other tips, and it was just amazing to meet all these different people who had similar passions that I have. Really awesome to come back, as I mentioned before, in that like full circle moment. A really big part of who I am is I love helping people and supporting people. And I remember my first year in the fellowship, I was kind of hoping that I had someone, more at my level to help me. And I think that it was amazing that the fellowship added that the next year, because I think that it just added that like extra layer of support, and it made it really good for the fellows to be able to talk to someone kind of more at their level. In my 2024 year when I was a fellow, Amanda Kosoff came and spoke about her nonprofit called Pop for a Cause, and it was so inspiring to hear her story, and it was so amazing to hear that she started a nonprofit in high school, because I thought before that like that's basically impossible, like there's probably so many barriers, and she did kind of share those challenges, but she just made it so applicable for the fellows, and said we can start our own things and our own passion however we want, and made it seem so almost easy, and it actually inspired me to start my own organization, so it was really amazing. Yeah, so as a peer ambassador in 2025, I became closer with one of the fellow peer ambassadors. Her name is Lani Ching, and she's in New Jersey. And we connected because we both started nonprofits. We kind of helped each other out a lot, and I think like forming that connection was just really nice. And yeah. I mentioned this before, but just I want to emphasize again, like the support and like just how kind everyone is, especially like on the program that we use called EdSTEM. A lot of people will go on there and share their passion projects or like opportunities to get involved or questions they have about like how do we start this, and everyone on that webpage is just so supportive with each other. They give each other tips, they share similar experiences they may have had, and they really just try to offer all the support they can, and it's really amazing to see that. A big one for me was not being afraid to put myself out there. In my life, like I feel like I've always put myself out there, but the fellowship has really taught me to do that even more, especially like with my nonprofit. It made me realize that, especially with this whole like college application process and it being, so competitive nowadays, you have to really put yourself out there and make yourself stand out from the other applicants in order to end up at the institution that you want. And I think that the fellowship just really helped me put myself out there and flourish. So many fields I didn't know about. I remember particularly the year I was a fellow, they talked a lot about computational biology, and I didn't even know that was a thing. And for so long, I've been set on this path of like, I want to become a doctor, I want to become a dermatologist. But now I also realize that I'm very passionate about STEM, but if I ever change my mind later on, I know that I can always turn to something else because of how many fields in STEM there are, and I really just did not know about that before participating in the fellowship. I would say inclusive, because everyone's, own stories and own projects and, their passions are all taken into consideration. And everyone, as I said before, just comes to support each other. Everyone's so inclusive. No one is ever trying to exclude anyone. They're always trying to keep everyone involved and just kind of share that love and support. I would say take the opportunity fully, even if you're nervous about it. I was definitely nervous about it. I was like, part of me didn't even know what I was getting myself into, but I would say just take the full opportunity and embrace it as much as you can, and, put as much of your passion and yourself into the application, because I think that's like what really shines through and helps you to be more better chance of being accepted into the program.